Good morning. The Zoom lady said recording's in progress, so I know we're good to go. Um, Listening to Caper Cayley. For those of you unfamiliar with Caper Cayley, they're a Celtic folk rock band. I first encountered Celtic folk rock, um, my God, in the late 1980s. Again, notice the gray. And I've been enamored with it ever since. Very, very wonderful the way they make the use of traditional instruments in new melodies, harmonies, rhythm patterns. And of course, this is true across the globe. There's some African, uh, Nigerian, South African, Congolese rock, folk rock groups, definitely Japanese, Indian, and Indian continent and Native American. South America, my God, it's all over the place. I once heard a Tlingit singer, uh, a overtone singer, um, do her harmonics to a modern jazz beat and accompaniment. And it was, wow, that was amazing. That was incredible. Okay. Today I want to talk about help, asking for help, and then not necessarily saying, please help me, jerk off, please, which I often do. What I was interested in today, what I want to share about today, talk about today, is talking out your story with somebody. I find this to be very helpful for me, not because I'm stuck on something, but because where I am in the story, and I know where I want to go in the story, and there are multiple threads to get there, which thread works best? Please don't think that I'm being a pantser because I do know where I want to go. I just want to know which path will get me there the best way. So what I will often do is I will sit down with a casual stranger, usually princess wife, princess partner, Susan, sometimes editor, Jen, sometimes people at the gym who have gotten used to my saying, you mind if I just talk about something? I'm just going to talk out loud. Yeah, I find that it does help to talk to someone rather than just saying it out loud to yourself, because then I can see the reactions to what I'm saying. I can see where they go, that line, because I've seen both. So what I do is I will talk about where I've just finished writing in the story. And I'm now going to describe to them how I'm going to get to the next place or the end of the story. And it's wonderful because very often by speaking out loud, I will come up with plot turns and twists that as I sat down to write, and as I do write, would never have come up with. And I'll be sitting there going, wow, that was a good one. I like that. And they're cracking up because, Susan, do I need to be here for this? Yes, you do. You do. I'm not sure if that would be useful talking to a critique group, a group of fellow authors. I've been in situations where other authors have talked to me about their work, and that has been very helpful to them. I personally don't talk to critique groups. So I'll talk to other authors, but not to critique groups about my work and where I'm working, what parts I'm working on, because I'm that way because I don't know, I was going to say I'm an asshole, which is, I'm sure, true. However, nah. But to people who are not authors, mainly because, as I'm thinking about it, when I speak to other authors, they want to put their stamp on it. They want to tell me how they would make it happen. They're not interested in helping me or having me figure out how it should happen. Likewise, when other authors talk to me, I want to be very attentive, what's called intentional attention, attentive listening. I want to give them the space to say whatever they need to say, to get it out, to express it, and to let them explore in their own way. If they say to me, well, what did you think of that? And we'll go, well, tell me what happens next. So they can make the connections. And that's what I do when I'm talking to, a disinterested third party. I want to be able to express what happens next and next and next. So I know how I got from here to the next part or the end. And again, I will know what the end is. Something's in the way. Something's not letting me get there the way I thought I would. 9 times out of 10 with me, it's because I wasn't paying attention as I was writing. I just kind of got off on a little tangent. And that is, by the way, where having a good plot line works well, because you know each point that you have to hit. And again, with me, I know each point I have to hit. I may not know how to get from point A to point B to C to D. So there you go. Hopefully that helps. Talk it over with people. Talk it over with people who are interested in you and your story, but don't want to put their mark on your story. They're interested in you working it out, watching the machinations go, seeing how things connect. That can be very exciting to me and to them. And I offer it to you. Let me know if you want to talk about your stories. Love to be here for you. Take care, all. Button, there it is. Bye-bye.